Hey, what's going on, Tackle Warehouse fans? Wednesday morning, it's the best day of the week because it's time for another episode of What's New at Tackle Warehouse. Show you all the latest and greatest products that have come into stock here. The first couple I got here from Lake Fork Tackle. So this first one is the Lake Fork / Jerkbait. Now this is a super cool jerkbait. When I was checking it out and looking at all the details of this thing, the first thing I noticed is internally there's a big tungsten shaft in the inside that's actually magnetic. So when you make a cast, it snaps down, and then on the retrieve it slides back in place and then magnetizes it into the proper position where it's supposed to be balanced for its action. But with that big tungsten shaft in the inside like that, you're gonna get awesome casting distance. It's a little bit different than most of your jerkbaits of the weight transfer that just have maybe 1 or 2 ball bearings that slide to the tail on the cast. With this, there's a significant amount of weight transferring to the rear, so you're gonna get great casting distance no matter how windy it is outside, because sometimes these things can be hard to cast in windy conditions. Other things that I saw in it is a super sharp bill. It's gonna get some great, really erratic darting action, and then also got razor sharp hooks on there. A lot better than most jerkbaits come with on the market, so this thing's ready to fish right out of the package. All right, the next one here is the Finesse from Lake Fork Lures as well. This is the new Finesse Ring Fry worm. So as you can see, holding it in the middle, how much this thing folds over, how soft the plastic is. The old school French fry worms, if you guys have been fishing for a while, you know a long time ago these were the deal. They still catch fish today. It's a deadly little finesse worm. You can do a ton of stuff with this thing as well. Obviously, wacky rig has that big section in the middle, so hold your wacky hook on there really well. Texas rig it, Carolina rig it, another old school way to fish it. And with all the appendages and ribbing on there, it's going to trap a lot of air and create a little bubble trail and just get a really good action in the water. So it's actually a lot thinner than its overall profile, so you get great, real subtle finesse action out of it. Check out the new Finesse Ring Fry from Lake Fork Tackle. All right, from Ray, Japan, we got this one here is the Egu Dama Finesse Jig. So you can see this is a micro-sized jig on here. It has a really unique head shape. It's kind of egg-shaped with a weight-forward design, and it actually has a 95-degree line tie, so it's tilted back just slightly towards the hook. So what that does is you can actually use this as a vertical jig. So it'll stay perfectly horizontal, and you can vertical jig it, you can swim it, and it's just an awesome jig just for going through cover. It has a really nice head shape on it, so it slips in and out of cover really easily. Super fine wire, razor sharp hook on there, and it actually has a plastic keeper on there with a barb on it, almost like a flipping hook has. So a little bit different than like your standard barb keeper. I kind of like the flipping hook style keeper on there a little bit better. Hand-tied skirt, just small micro finesse cut silicone on there, so it gets just great little like an old school spider jig. Now to go with that, we got the Ray Japan Egu Creature Bait. So this is made to match up perfectly with that small little jig, but you can obviously also just use this little creature bait by itself. Got a ton of ribbing, so it's actually really small profile. Got the ribbing on there, so it traps water, puts off really subtle vibrations. And then the claws on here, they're kind of Ray Japan's deal is they have a triangular shaped claw. So what that does is it makes them move not only subtly side to side, but up and down as well. So you get really natural action out of it. So you can use this thing on a small, tiny just ball head if you want. A finesse jig, obviously. You can use it on a drop shot, a really, really light Texas rig. Anytime the fish are really keyed in on small little crayfish, or you're just in a heavily pressured situation, super clear water, and you need to really downsize your profile to get bites, it's definitely going to be the one to go during those tough conditions, especially in the wintertime. Next up, from All Terrain Tackle, we got the new Smallie Smasher Swimbait head. Now, it doesn't always have to be just smallmouth. You can use this for largemouth, spotted bass, doesn't matter, obviously. But one of the things I liked about it is it has a 90-degree line time, so it stays really horizontal. You can use this to vertical jig as well if you would like to, or just a standard swim bait head. Super needle point hook on there, really sharp, and it has a concave finish on the back of the head, so all your swim baits are gonna kind of suck into the back of the head and make a more seamless presentation or more seamless profile. So it looks a lot better. And then you have, kind of some small details like a molded mouth on here, 3D eyes. And one of the cool things about this is they come in 2 sizes, 1/4 ounce and 3/8, but there's also multiple different hook options for each size of jig head. So if you're really trying to dial in, you want a certain size weight for a certain size swim bait, you can get it dialed in with this. You can get almost any size hook that you would need for that size jig head. Check those out from All Terrain Tackle. All right, last up, got a bunch of things from TH Marine. All this stuff here is all the new Tackle Titan products. So what these have is these have these large suction cups on the back. So you can snap these wherever you want in your boat. If you're rigging up an old boat or you got a new boat and you just want some extra storage in there. So we have different cup holders. This is a cup holder and storage holder. This is just a single cup holder. And then we also have knife and plier holders. It's even got slots on it so you can hang lures on it. We got lure holders. So a bunch of new products there from TH Marine just to make life easier on your boat. Way to accessorize things and you know, put stuff out of the way so you don't have, you know, your tackle and pliers and everything laying all over the deck of the boat. Snap these things around, keep everything nice and organized. The last thing we got here is the lever tie down suction cups. So same thing, they have the suction cups on the rear. But what these are for is if you need some extra straps to tie down your boat cover. You know, sometimes on like older boats, the boat cover doesn't always cinch down super tight, or even on a new boat. If you just need some extra support, you can just suction cup these right onto the fiberglass, and then you have, you know, 4 extra straps to really cinch down a boat cover. Really useful tool there by TH Marine. All right, thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of What's New with Tackle Warehouse. For more information or to purchase the products seen here today, please click shop or the link in the description below. If you enjoyed this week's video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel. Let us know in the comments which one of these products you're most excited about.